Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, y'all. So, welcome back to the accountability call. I know we skipped a week, but it was for very good reasons. Okay. Very good week. It might have been 2 weeks. No, we came on. We came on. Me and Eve came on before we went to Bali.
No, we did skip 2 weeks. So we didn't do Bali week and when we got back from Bali.
Facts.
So it was 2 weeks.
I didn't realize it'd been that long. Child, bye. Oh, honey, we was in Bali, number one, for Zenitra's birthday. And then also last week was just a reconnect with your life week. Okay. Yes. Reconnect with your life. So now we have reconnected and we are here. If you are unfamiliar with the accountability call, myself, my friend Zenitra of 30 plus years, and usually our friend Eve are here holding ourselves accountable, holding each other accountable to our business goals, our life goals, and our self-care every week. If you are someone who is going after something in your life, like going after something you want, this is the video for you. I see we got one person who joined us. Welcome. Hey, girl. Hey. Drop us a comment. Let us know, like, what is the goal that you're pursuing, right? What is something you need accountability on? Because, honey, I know I need some accountability this week, honey. Let me tell you, because life is life. Okay. Yeah. How are you, Z? How was your life?
I am doing well. I'm still celebrating my birthday. It's the birthday month. The celebrations do not stop. Bali was only the beginning. It's how we brought the birthday month in.
Exactly.
And the celebration shall continue. So I'm feeling good, feeling loved on. Also feeling like I need a break.
Again.
I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to come up with some more goals. Like, Jesus Christ. But feeling good nonetheless.
No, because last time we said no new goals. Okay.
Right. I didn't mean new goals. I mean new action items.
Oh, okay. Yes.
For the week.
Okay. Yes.
I feel like I crushed last week.
Oh, you did.
And I just want to like sit in that for a minute. So that will be one of my goals, to sit in the celebration. Doesn't mean I won't do other things, but like I do need to make space and time for that.
Yes. So speaking of last week, because we didn't want to go back all the way back, I don't think, because you ain't even here. Actually, hold on, let me see what I was doing. Yes. So what were the things that you accomplished last week that you want to give yourself a pat on the back and celebrate?
Okay. Well, I'm trying to find my list because, last week was a week for us.
Girl.
None of us were in the space where we were happily ready to dive into the week and figure out what we wanted to accomplish. And so it started out as a little bit of a vent session. However, the girls were able to turn it around for me and help me come up with some very specific goals. And that really set my week off right. And I was able to do those things. Okay. So I can't find the notes, but I had 2 speaking engagements last week. One with the university and one with the Chamber of Commerce. And I wanted to prepare some things for that. I needed to get new business cards designed. I needed to create 2 QR codes, one that linked directly to my booking page on my website, and one that was more of a survey, which I did all of those things. I needed to come up with my sales pitch for what I was going to share kind of at the end of my engagements. And I forget what the 5th one was, but I did all 4 of those.
Come on.
All 4 of them. And it felt, I think what helped last week was that the goals felt specific to an end goal, or like a place that I was trying to get to, whereas sometimes the goals just feel like I'm just doing this just to be doing it. And even though that ultimately it's part of a bigger picture, sometimes those are harder to get excited about or even to push yourself to do, because it feels like I'm doing this just to have it. So that is definitely a refocus a reframing that I want to be able to bring. Like, what are the things that I need to accomplish to get the things done that I want to complete this week? And I know we've always said that that's what the goal was, but I don't know. It made more sense last week than it has.
And it was more immediate. It was a more immediate results. Like, it was something that had to be done for last week, period. Like, you know.
And
So,
it like would impact other people if you like, I
yeah,
knew that
yeah.
there was another person on the end who I was going to give the business card to. I knew that there was another person on the end who I wanted to complete this survey. So that was helpful, but I did all of those. So it was a good week.
Honey, I don't even know what I was supposed to be doing last week, child. I know it was a blur of foolishness. I know Friday ended up being like just a big downer. But when I think about, one of the biggest things for me was, so anytime I come back from a vacation, I always have the post vacation blues. Okay. Like, I'm just like, oh, what is life? I can't wait till I get to the point in my life where I'm not that way, because my life is a vacation. Right. But what I did was, I have this exercise that I do called my personal success formula. And what I do is I write down what are the environments, what are the people, what are the systems, and what are the activities that I need to do, be around, connect with in order to be in my highest energy, which brings me to my most success for that week, right? And so I wrote that down last week. I actually have zero, which is crazy because every day I write down my goals. I have 0 pages. I ain't wrote down nothing last week. It was just one of them weeks, like, where I was just moving with the flow. So one of the things that I wanted to do was clean my room, right? Like, I needed my house to be clean and I needed my room to be clean, because I could not function without the two. And thankfully, my housekeeper sent me a message. Like, I was thinking about reaching out to her. She sent me a message. It was like, I'll give you a discount if you just set it up to always come by weekly. I was like, girl, this is already a discount, number one. Amanda. But good. So she showed up at our doorstep at 8:30 on Tuesday morning, her and her mama, and got my house in order. I was like, praise the Lord.
Yes.
And I got my room in order before she came, because it was too much going on. So that was a big thing for me, just to kind of set up my week. The other thing was, interestingly enough, like, I was focused on partnerships before I left for Bali. I'm like, I'm at a stage in my business where I really want to partner with other people. And I finally had a meeting with one of my good friends, the guy who actually gave me the name International, Inez, to talk about business and what he's doing. And there's so many connections with what he's doing that align with what, just who I am as a person, the way I want to connect to the diaspora, the trips that I used to do, just all these things. So that was a really good meeting, and it turned into another meeting with Eve and one of her friends to really just talk about some synergy. So I'm really excited about that. And one of the things that I did is, as opposed to like just jumping into it, I stepped back and said, like, where do I want to be in 10 years? And here's what I want to do. And here are the things that I'm an expert in. Here are the things that I currently am aligned with in offering. And how can I continue to do that with them? Right? Like, and keep that in vain. So that was really important for me to do. I got that done. And the other thing was having a meeting with my contractor and my project manager for my real estate property. If you aren't familiar with my story on my real estate property, please go watch my previous video where it talks about how I started this journey losing $43,000. That's how I started. And I will tell you, it ain't changed much. Okay. Like, this property has really taken us through the ringer. But we are continuing to push through, because, one of the things that I continue to tell myself is, when we sign up to be real estate investors, we sign up for the good and the bad. And just the journey. And it has been a journey. So the meetings that we had on Friday were just like a mess. And I've learned a lot, like, with regard to just believing people when they show you who they are from the beginning.
Yep.
From the beginning. Believe them, especially in business relationships, right? Believe people when they show you who they are from the beginning, and act accordingly. So that has been the biggest thing that I've learned. So this will tie into my goals this week, but that meeting just helped to give me clarity on what I need to do and how I need to get out of my comfort zone. And that's what I'm gonna be doing this week, unfortunately.
Getting out of your comfort zone.
Getting out of my comfort zone. Like, getting way out of my comfort zone. Okay. So
we had a whole conversation about how we naturally do that. I think tip on top of the tip.
Yes.
We talked about taking risks and how that actually is a strength of ours. So I hope from a framing perspective, that you do that very well.
This is true.
So, like, all of that, girl, I gotta get out my car. You've been doing it your whole life.
Girl, but it still don't feel good.
It don't. It does. That's true.
It don't. It feel like, oh, here we go again. Like,
No.
sometimes it feels like, yes. It feel like, okay. So I've set my 3 projects for the week, and then my 1 self-care goal.
Okay.
The first project is I need to secure $10,000 in cash.
Okay.
Right. 10,000. And I need to send my property deal, like the metrics of my deal, to at least 10 private funding prospects. Because we really need like 40K. I need 10 in cash right now, and I need 40K in the next, 2 weeks at least. So that's where we're gonna have to get out of our comfort zone.
Okay. Yeah, no,
because
that's big.
Private money means, reaching out to people, not banks. Right. And so that is what I'm going to be doing today. I'm thinking about, reaching out to my family for the 10K. And then, once I can get the property deal set up, then Eve has some contacts who are private lenders. Interestingly enough, one of my friends who I haven't talked to in years, who was one of the teachers and the mentors when I was doing private lending, reached out to me on LinkedIn this weekend. I was like, Jesus?
Look at him.
Is that you, Jesus? So I have a meeting with him tomorrow. So that's number 1. Number 2 is I need to complete my speakers deck, because when I had my meeting last week about partnerships, one of the takeaways for me was, for one of the to-dos for me from him was like, send me your speakers deck so I can get you paid speaking engagements. I was like, say less. And then I was like, speakers deck where? So I'm gonna need to create that joint and send that over to him this week, because we need these engagements. Also, the other thing is, for my business, I need to create my Q4 marketing and offerings plan. Like, I know what I'm offering, but I need to get clear on how I'm going to market it and when I'm going to market it. I have a virtual conference that is coming up. I have what the heck else? Oh, where you go? Sorry. Hashtag real life.
Real life.
I be tripping. Girl.
Come on.
Y'all see the shirt? Yes. Yes. She's tripping. DM me, send me a message or something if you want a shirt.
Yeah.
Yes, like, I have a trip coming up next year. So, and Black Friday and Christmas and all the things are coming. So I need to get very clear on what we talk about, what we selling, when we selling it, how we selling it, all the things. And I need to do that this week, because I'm gonna blink and October gonna be over.
Yeah.
Okay. And then my self-care this week is gonna be writing. Like, I need to just write, because there is a lot of thoughts and feelings about the things that I need to do, where I am in life and in my goals and in my business and my property, that I need to get out so that I can move forward and take action. I find that suppression for me, like, slows me down. Just ruminating on things slows me all the way down. Like, I got to get it out and process it. The faster I can process it, the faster I can move. And I got to move this week. So thoughts, feelings, and then also captions. Like, my VA has done a great job of creating some amazing content from the stuff that I've sent to her. And so I need to caption it so that it is helpful for people and provides value, and put that joint out. So these are my goals this week. Did that add to your list? What? You're on mute. Oh.
No, I put it on mute because I thought my alarm was about to go off, but it didn't go off. Well, my aunt just walked in, and I'm like, oh, my alarm's going to go off. So I put it on mute so I could go turn the alarm off, but my alarm wasn't on. And I don't remember turning it off.
Oh, interesting.
Anyway,
stay safe out here now.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, okay. Good job. Good job. Good job, Alana. Good job.
I was like, I thought it was supposed to go off immediately. I guess it gave a couple.
Wait, that I don't want to go off.
See, I should have kept going. I stopped myself. Okay, that's a good list. So wait, you have your uncomfortable. So securing the 10K, as well as reaching out to the different private lender prospects. Complete your speakers deck, your Q4 marketing and offering plans, and number 4 is right. That's all of them. Okay. I thought I had put it in my phone, but I actually did write in my notebook my goals. My 5th goal for last week was to I had update the presentation to reflect the expectation, evaluation, and evolution that we discussed last week. I did not do that because all that extra ain't gonna get you extra. It was unnecessary. It was unnecessary.
The tip, y'all.
Listen, but I did incorporate it into my talking points. So that was enough. And what I also did was
wait, another tip is I'm gonna text you just now. Ain't no need. Ain't no need. Like
I am rolling because that one I completely forgot about.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to say it after you was like, all the extra came up. I was like, oh, that's a tip.
Ain't no need.
Like,
oh my God. Okay, that's gonna be fun to talk about the origins because I remember a piece of it, but I'm like,
yeah. Y'all make sure you go to Zenitra's LinkedIn page as Zenitra Perry. We be doing a show called The Tip on Top of the Tip every other Friday. And it is so good. Like we take some of just the sayings we say and we apply them to personal, professional, corporate life and personal life. It's some good stuff. So go on over there. Okay. It's a plug for our separate show.
Oh, because we have many shows. That is hilarious. Yeah, so there was no need to do all of that. But I did have my website updated to reflect it. So that messaging is clear. So just because I found my goals, I did have my 5. So one of the things that came up last week that you helped point out is that I get my clients through relationships. So I need to reach out to all the people that I have relationships with. So I need to come up with a list of 10 people that I want to reach out to. And I need to reach out to 3 of them this week. I did, and I think maybe this was goals from even before Bali, those 2 people from one of my other clients who wanted to reach out. I have calls on the books with them for this week. It may be one this week and one next week. I know one is tomorrow. Yeah, I think one is this week and one is next week. They responded immediately. Like when I sent them the email, it was like, boom, the link was on the time was on the book.
Yes.
I also don't know what I did to link my calendar to Zoom, but the people are talking to each other now.
Yes, good job.
And I'm happy about that.
Thank you.
So that's, one piece of automation that I no longer have to do. So that just reinforced that, like, lean into the relationships that I do have, because they were eager to meet with me, and they're like, we want to be a part of what you have going on. So my mastery is I want to be a master collaborator. So in the same spirit of you and partnerships, I'm definitely gonna work with them to see where some partnerships or some collaboration can happen. So 10, I need a list of 10 and contact 3 this week. 3 this week. That's number 1. I am still in your speakers deck goal. Because as I'm thinking of the people that's on that list, I want to be out. That would be a great takeaway, leave behind to give to them. I have to figure out what I want that to look like and what I want that to include. So we will definitely be collaborating this week.
Yes.
So yeah, speakers deck is number 2. Number 3 is to secure my life unlearned speakers for actually next week, because the person I had next week just needed to reschedule to the end of November. So I was hoping to have October done and then secure November, but now I need the next week all the way through the end of November. So that's my life unlearned speakers. And then we have our life unlearned session. So I was like, should I put that on here? I mean, something that I have to do, something I have to prepare for. Oh yeah, because I do have to get you questions. That's no problem because I got a ton. So my life unlearned prep for this week.
Yo, this life unlearned been a long time coming. Okay, so I'm gonna need y'all to go to Eventbrite and get on this. Okay, we've been playing this since the pandemic. Okay, like it is time.
Yeah, that's true. Since this was supposed to happen March or April 2020. So
yes, here we are 3 years later. So the link for that will be in the description.
That's right.
Yes.
So on Eventbrite, Life Unlearned 2023, but we'll send you the link. And then number 5 is going to be get on top of my exercise regimen for the week while the kids are gone. So especially since I'm doing all of this birthday celebrations, I haven't been eating bad, but it's more alcohol than usual.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we got to counteract that with some workouts. So yeah, exercise routine is number 5.
I love it. And so usually at this time, y'all, we talk about like what do we think will help us to achieve our goals this week, and then we go into like a word for the week. Like what is it, what is something that we want to focus on that we believe may have hindered us last week that can help us this week, or just in general, just to get through these goals. So child, honey, I feel like for me this week, like I have to be very in tune with my feelings and my intuition. Like our real estate property is stressful. Like it is, and it's super stressful because we have invested a lot into it, and to the point where we can't afford for it not to go correctly. Like a lot of things hinge on this going the way it's supposed to go. Right. Now, whether that means that, and going the way it's supposed to go is either, getting all the money back out in additional, right, from refinancing it after we rehab it and renting it, or just selling it, right, and being able to get all the money out in additional. Right now, we don't know which direction it's going to go. Right now, we're focused on going through the process that we, had planned from the beginning. But it's taking a toll on us because it's just like the plan that we set forth has been hit so many times. And so I feel like on Friday, I kind of hit a wall where I was just like, I can't solve the problem anymore. Like, I'm just like, I'm done. Thankfully, Eve helped me to pull out of that. Like, gotta have friends and accountability.
Hello.
Okay? So I think this week it's going to be very important for me to self-coach through the ups and downs of the week, because I am amazing when I can control me. But when you have to deal with a lot of people who just aren't self-aware, they aren't self-accountable, sometimes they don't do what they say they're gonna do. They don't have the skill set that you expected them to have, right? They don't have the integrity that you would hope someone in business has. It can get to be aligned. We have a lot of moving pieces. We have our lender, we have our contractor, we have our project manager, and now I'm adding more pieces in with private lenders, and then we have ourselves. It's a lot. So I think one of the biggest things for me is like I haven't really been into my self-coaching routine as much because it's kind of been on autopilot with my business, and I don't need it as much for my business anymore because I'm in the right vein with regard to mentally. But with my real estate business, I'm not in the mindset. Like I can very much feel the feelings of, doubt and disappointment, frustration and aggravation and wanting to give up. And I don't feel that about my travel coaching business at all. So I need to like bring the things in that I used in order to get in the right mindset for this full-time entrepreneurship, to get in the right mindset for my real estate business in order to be in the vein of action, as opposed to just, being in the vein of emotions this week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What about you?
I feel like we learn from each other and pick up different things from each other. So if you don't know, Inez is structured in the sense that she loves a plan and she wants to follow it. I am Miss Intuition. Like, please don't tell me what to do. Like, it's not like, no, I do what I want to do when I want to do it. I discover things and I create plans based off of that. So it's funny because you don't know this, but every time you talk about your personal success formula, I'm like, here go Inez with somebody else's plan and it gave her and it works. And it just was not resonated with me. And I'm like, maybe you can come up with yours. And I just didn't have anything that I felt connected to that I could put on that list. However, based off of our connect last week, when I was feeling disconnected from myself, and even thinking about these conversations this week, I have to have a steady connection with people who value me and who trust in what I'm doing. And it doesn't have to be like the personal relationship like what we have, right? So when I'm thinking about the call that I have coming up, they already value what I'm doing, right? They're reaching out to me like, oh, we love what you're doing. How can we be a part of it?
Right.
So number one, I have to set those up. Like I need to be talking to at least 2 people every week that value me. And that can then support my business. That's number one. And then the other thing I got out of our conversation last week is that I still need to have an ask when I go to those conversations. It can't be, let me tell you about, what I'm doing, but here's my offer. Like, this is what my services are. And these are the 2 areas, in which you could support my business, whether it be becoming a client or, having a consultation project that we can work on. So those are the things that keep me moving. And I didn't realize that that's part of my personal success formula. I need those on a regular basis. And being an entrepreneur and working solo for the majority of the time, you don't have those natural relationships or those connection points built in. So that's something that I'm going to be intentional about this week. But then also just going forward, that's part of my personal success formula. Connect with those who value you and have an offer for them.
I like that. Yes, absolutely. It's the energy that you get from it. Like,
yeah,
such good energy. And it's such, because being an entrepreneur is like, you have to pour a lot of that support into yourself and that belief into yourself. Right. And so being able to talk to people who get it and value it and see what you see and are like, yep, girl, we want like it's like fuel, right? It's like, gasoline for the fire. Cause honey, we just be over here like trying to keep the fire, putting the wood on it, trying to splash some gasoline on it.
And we're putting toothpicks on there. Like it's not even a log, right? He's like, here's a toothpick. Here's another toothpick. Can we keep this flame going?
Right. Yes. So absolutely. I get that a lot. All right. So we're going to do our word and y'all let us know like, what do you do to be able to like, I feel like the things that we're talking about now are kind of like the support underneath your goals. It's like, I got these goals, like, but I'm gonna have something under here to hold these goals up for the week. So let me know, like, what do you actually do to hold your goals up, right? And hold yourself up to hold your goals up during the week. All right. So what's the word? Your word for the week. The word for the week is all encompassing. It's really almost, to me, sometimes I feel like it's like a meditation. Like, it's like, this is the word I'm meditating on for the week, for my goals. I'm looking at mine.
I think I have my word, even though I feel like normally it's a verb. Today is more. Don't let me use the wrong part of speech. It's it's not a verb.
Right.
It's not a verb today.
Exactly. Okay.
But my word is joy.
Oh.
When I'm in a place of experiencing, giving, receiving joy, I'm able to keep running, to keep doing, to keep going with my to-do list. It's funny because when we were in Bali and we did the Bali swing, which was a phenomenal experience, the dress that I chose was yellow, and yellow represents joy. And so many people have commented not only on the joy that they see in the picture, but like expression and appreciation for the joy that I bring to their lives, right? And so number one, just remembering like that's who I am. Person who brings joy at all times. That's what I'm gonna do. Also making space for others to be reciprocate that same joy back to me, because that's the energy that keeps me going. Thinking about the people that I plan on connecting with, like when I look at my to-do list, with the exception of the exercise piece, these are all things that are joyous to me, right? The 10 people that I'm going to reach out to connect to are not going to be just random 10 people. It's going to be like, oh, I had a great relationship with this person. Like, I haven't talked to them in a long time. Like, let's connect, let's catch up. When I think about my speakers that like, I absolutely love speaking, right? Like there's joy in doing that. My life unlearned, we know that is my life's joy. Creating questions and being curious and inquisitive, like those are the things that actually give me joy. And so allow that to like give me the energy I need to kind of get through all of these different tasks. So joy is going to be my word of the week.
This is good. This is good. Ugh, girl. And I have my yellow on today. So maybe I'll have
come on, Joy. Come on, Joy.
Yes. Maybe I'll have lean into my joy today.
Yes.
I don't know. Like I am. It's almost so for a long time when before Bali, I kept leaning into, staying in the energy of the one, right? Because being in that energy really is walking in expectation for things to work out, right, in my favor. Now, I don't know if they're going to work out the way I think they're going to work out.
Right.
However, they're going to work out in my favor because
they shall be in your favor. Yes.
So I think my word for the week is I'm leaning between expectation and favor.
Favor it sounds like favor.
Okay. It sounds like favor. It sounds like favor. Yes, I think that's gonna be the word for the week. Yes, favor. Like I feel like that is definitely the energy I have to lean into because it is a reminder, right, to not just look at the present circumstances and the present challenges, but to look back over my life. Okay.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Look back over my life and remember the other present at that time challenges that I had, and how, there was a favor over my life to get me through these challenges, right? Today, I am living in some of the prayers, right?
Come on.
I'm definitely living in the goals. I'm definitely living in the things that I wanted then. Even in those challenges, I wanted these things that I'm living in them right now. These are answered prayers. So if I just reflect, on the week and lean into this is favor. This moment is favor, right? Like Today is favor.
You don't have
Right?
to wait on it. It's already here.
I don't have to wait on it. Like, this is favor. So, and just remember that I am and have always been favored. Like,
Yeah.
I've always been favored. So, that's gonna be my word for the week. It feels good in my spirit.
Yes.
Yes, it feels
I
good in
love
my
it.
spirit.
That
So,
makes perfect sense. Perfect sense.
yes. Y'all let us know what's gonna be your word for the week, right? Find something, honey. Talk it out. Like, it's funny because I was watching this video the other day, and Myron Golden is one of my favorite coaches, y'all. Go watch him on YouTube. And he talks about how he's really an introvert. And I'm like, what? Like, you're such an amazing speaker. And he was like, I'm an introvert, but I can operate as an extrovert, right? And he was saying, the difference between introverts and extroverts because extroverts have to talk to process. Like, they just
Right.
talk. I was
Yeah.
like, that's me.
Yep. Yep.
That's me right there. Like, I got to talk. So yeah. So I'm like, oh, a bird just slapped into my window. Oh, Jesus. Yes. So if you got to talk it out, if you're an extrovert like me, you need to talk it out to figure out your word. Talk it out to your friends, your family, your husband, your kids, yourself, whatever it is. Get to your word because it's really helpful. It's really helpful. So
Yes.
I hope y'all enjoy your week. We'll be back next week for another accountability call.
Yep.
We'll see y'all then.
Okay. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.